The Mysterious Seven-Headed Petroglyph and the Beasts of the Apocalypse. By Jesus and Andy. C. 2024. This mysterious seven-headed petroglyph originates from Caucasia in Russia, and dates back to around 1500 BC. Thinking face, thinking face, thinking face. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. Revelation 13 verse 1. Maybe it's the seven-headed beast of the apocalypse, the 7 false doctrines of Brigham Young, as well as the 7 30-year, half-times, 7 weeks or 1,260 days of the desolations, 1844 to 2054. Maybe the 10 fingers are like the horns or remaining apostles who gave power to Brigham Young, and wearing Babylon's crown, which is the ring of intimidation and control they earned by altering the government and economy of Jesus' Zion. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. Revelation 13 verse 1. Standing on the edge of the sea is being in a place of revelation from the waters of God's knowledge. The seven-headed beast is first described by the third angel as a star falling from heaven, Brigham Young falling as a prophet in Zion's communities of unanimous consent by becoming a prophet in Babylon's hierarchies. Horns are kings and leaders. Heads on a beast are various distorted doctrines of the kingdom rising up out of the sea of knowledge of the Lord. The kingdom is the LDS Church, or Iron Kingdom of Christianity. The 7 heads are 7 altered doctrines from the sea of knowledge given to Joseph Smith, but altered by Brigham. The 10 horns are the remaining apostles that give power to Brigham Young and the abominable doctrine of tithing by income, which is the 7th false doctrine after polygamy. The other 5 false doctrines have been disavowed by the Iron Kingdom of Christianity LDS Church. 7 false doctrines of Brigham Young. 1. Tithing by income rather than interest in property. 2. Plural marriage rather than sealing of responsibility. 3. Blood atonement rather than individual offering. 4. Adam God doctrine rather than a personal relationship through the Holy Ghost. 5. Priesthood sealing people rather than Christ. 6. Prejudice against skin color and ethnicity rather than worthiness. 7. Infallibility of a prophet rather than a personal relationship through the Holy Ghost. And the 8th false doctrine is yet to come. 8. A yet unknown last effort to preserve tithing by income. Watch and see. The false doctrines of the Mormon Church listed above can apply equally to other Christian churches in similar ways. The point comes to the surface when the church uses the intimidation in order to control the saints. Intimidation becomes a classic method of control. When we fear rejection unless we perform as told, we receive intimidation. It is the same psychological method as sowing discord. The following are the same associations of Proverbs and the preoccupations to the 7 false doctrines found in all 4 kingdoms of Christianity. 1. False witness, a preoccupation with magic and man providing grace. 2. Proud look, preoccupation with pride as in the Adam God theory. 3. Wicked imaginations, preoccupations with prejudice, as in against skin color or ethnicity. 4. Running into mischief, preoccupation with sex, as in polygamy. 5. Lying tongue, preoccupation with money as in the Babylonian false doctrine of tithing by income. 6. Shed innocent blood, preoccupation with blood as in blood atonement. 7. Sowing of discord, preoccupation with control as in profit and availability. This is the most abominable. Sowing discord is the fundamental manifestation of the darkness of intimidation and control. Dante for good reason places it near the bottom of hell and the inferno. I'm not sure if this is the correct interpretation for this Russian petroglyph, but I guess, sacredly believe, it applies to the sure interpretation promised by all the holy prophets, especially Daniel and John's book of Revelation. P.S. If you are LDS, Protestant, Catholic or Coptic, please don't be upset. I just sacredly believe, that the 70 weeks in Daniel 9 verses 24 to 27 are the 2,100 years from Christ's birth to his return in or before 2054. Remember Jesus said, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened." Matthew 24 verses 21 to 22. I believe that the 4 metals of the great image of Daniel 2, and the 4 beasts of Daniel and John's Revelation, are the 4 kingdoms of Christianity that have all failed to build Zion, like Enoch did. The LDS is the Iron Kingdom, the Bronze the Protestant Kingdom, the Silver the Roman Kingdom and the Gold the original and fallen kingdom of the first apostles. I believe Jesus will redeem all of our most sacred institutions if we will give up the mantle of authority, as we supposed, to King Jesus. We can organize by community unanimous consent, without even a finger of intimidation and control. We can consecrate to community treasuries and interest tithe as explained in D&C 119, and changed 5 weeks after Joseph's death, History of the Church Vol 7 page 251. Jesus will forgive our shortcomings if we will decide through the Holy Ghost as families, communities, and regions after unintimidated and ongoing discussion, and eventual and ongoing consent. We can do this. Let's go Team Jesus' humanity. Peacefully talk to your leaders. Patiently ask them to remove the ring of power and give it to Jesus. It is the answer to the coming darkness. Folded hands puzzle piece sparkles red heart fire.